He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Chiefs and the Huskies, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Huskies of Anchorage. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, look at this Anchorage team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if...
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go here in Anchorage. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line, got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. It's completed to Caldwell. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I bet we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
At their 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's another Anchorage first down.
Now they'll run on the draw. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turnovers.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Call it a line loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's got the hook up here to Caldwell. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 30 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's our home team with possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Huskies post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Defensively, it didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. The 27-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That one complete downfield to Thomas. A big play there for KC. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Toss right side to Pacheco. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Able to power through. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He can really smell 800 catches right now, because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that'll be caught by Tony. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw again. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. Ken Walker accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. Next, we'll head east. It's on to Cincinnati as we check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. The Falcons locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. We got a strong first half out of the running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Kansas City.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, Kansas City.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mahomes firing complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Mahomes going to throw. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
7 yards there and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now back to throw. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
On play action, they'll throw.
44-yard line.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard
Now
line.
on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
A 9-yard gain on the
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Van Jefferson, 26 yards. And the Huskies have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Chiefs, a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Anchorage, they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.